All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game, FoCuS versus Hitman. This game taking place here on Springtime version 1.3. FoCuS spawning as, well, let me get these colors right. No wonder I was a little confused. The pink Night Elf here on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, FoCuS is spawning here as the yellow orc on the bottom right. FoCuS versus Hitman, Night Elf versus Orc. FoCuS, well, oddly enough, playing Night Elf here as we unlock what is going to be going on in this 1v1 matchup. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. However you guys may be watching, however you may be listening, thank you for, well, coming across my channel. Hopefully this game will be a wonderful, wonderful game for you guys to, well, simply enjoy, watch, play, and just learn a little bit more about WarCraft 3 here in 2023. 20 years after, or 20 plus years after the initial release, the game is still going on strong, or well, still going on here and being enjoyed and played by many. Looks as though we're going to be going into a Blade Master versus a Demon Hunter matchup, a pretty classic matchup overall. But I say that not because the game's getting stale, but even though it is going to be Blade Master versus Demon Hunter, we've seen a lot of different changes in how the game is played overall. Demon Hunter may be going for immolation first to try and, well, creep a little bit faster. The rebalancing of immolation has allowed the Demon Hunter to not just be an anti-mage type hero, wink wink, but being able to, well, clear out creep camps early on and by using his mana, something that all of the other heroes were actively doing well before. Blade Master, Demon Hunter already out. We're looking into a solo grunt here as the Blade Master now going after this mammoth, trying to bring this grunt in closer and getting ensnared while still being able to engage. All right, purposely trying to pull and dodge back there. Not quite sure what that's about there. As are we going to look at a little bit of, well, item pickup? Grunt now looking to retreat back. Going to go ahead and sell that Scroll of Town Portal, pick up some healing salves, not picking up a Scroll of Speed as I normally expected, as the Blade Master now simply walks away. Meanwhile, back in the center here, Demon Hunter has cleared some creep camps relatively fast with that immolation, and it now picked up a Ring of Superiority and a Circlet of Nobility. That Ring of Superiority, a new item being dropped here in fairly recently. I think it was first dropped in 2022 on the maps here. Half of a Circlet of Nobility, but still a very relatively useful item. Blade Master getting in a Windwalk Strike onto the Archer. There's immolation to try and clear out that creep camp there, dealing damage to multiple units. Are we going to see that no warning getting taken down? Blade Master unable to pick up the Slippers of Agility here as the Demon Hunter still going to town trying to finish things off here. Demon Hunter was very close to level 2. Who's going to get level 2? There's level 2 now. Are we perhaps going to see some mana burn there as the Blade Master is getting some body blocking onto the Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter perhaps going to get some Moonwell juice, but remember, he used a lot of that mana, so the Demon Hunter is still down to 116 hit points as the Blade Master tries to close in on that distance. A little bit more damage. No Windwalk Strike, surprisingly, as Hitman now tries to retreat back down here. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and double back around the other side. Grunt going to try to perhaps get in front of the other way again. A little bit more damage. Blade Master could get in another Windwalk Strike here. Is it going to be able to close in that distance? Now going after the Archers. Demon Hunter dropping the Circlets of Nobility and that Ring of Superiority in the time. There is that Windwalk Strike right there. The mana burn just a split second late as the Grunt could end up getting taken down. All right, there's a healing salve right there. Little bit of damage. Healing salve now broken. One or two more shots and beautiful play by FoCuS with that Demon Hunter as the Demon Hunter dancing back down to the south again. Moonwells are perhaps going to be used right here. Are we going to see there's a little bit of a heal, not dropping the Rings of Superiority, and the Archers unable to body block the Blade Master with this narrow walkway there, perhaps trying to use Shadow Meld effectively, but the Blade Master still able to escape away as FoCuS builds up another Moonwell here. All right, interesting plays going all the way around. We're looking at a Grunt now, perhaps trying to dodge back away as Tech to Tier 2 has been completed. All right, Tree of Life nearly done there. Stronghold already completed as Hitman now looks to retreat back. Hello, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. All right, Now, Beastmaster quickly adds that second hero, so FoCuS taking a play out of the classic playbook, going for Beastmaster second, and are we perhaps going to be looking at a Goblin Tinker third with Druids of the Talon? That is my question now, as FoCuS is already going to tier 3. All right, already going to tier 3 here. There's a Polar Bear going to uh, get needled down by archers and those Quill Beasts, as the Blade Master now making its way back over. There is another bit of damage. Blade Master of Hitman, well, taking quite a bit of damage. Demon Hunter still off over here, but the Demon Hunter, who's going to get the experience there? I believe Beastmaster picks up the item and could get the experience as well, as both sides are still fighting their way through. Archers, Quill Beasts being forced to retreat back, but FoCuS's Moonwells are going to be very, very empty after this clearing, especially without a Hunter's Hull to get that nature's we'll get that Moonwell Blessing upgrade. All right. Hi, Mr. Streamer. Well, I guess you're talking to me. Thank you for tuning in. However, I know exactly how you're watching through Twitch, as we're looking at Serpent Wards now being placed down. All right. Hitman going for those Serpent Wards, much, much stronger than they were back in 2003. Those Serpent Wards at tier 2 and tier 3 dealing significantly more damage, able to poke down quite a bit, but their range is actually quite strong as well at 600 range there. Meanwhile, archers are going to be getting, or should be able to get, that range upgrade as well. Otherwise, they're just going to get poked down by those Serpent Wards, as we see a Hawk now in the air to try to keep track of that Blade Master if he is in fact nearby. We are going into Druids of the Talon. There is, well, adept training already getting researched here. Meanwhile, the Blade Master transitioning into Raiders now. Serpent Wards continuing to do a bit of that poking as the Shadow Hunter gets up to level 2, and perhaps we'll go for Healing Wave, giving that Blade Master a bit more longevity, as he already has, well, 15 armor. All right, Blade Master with 15 armor, and remember, so with 15 armor, you are greatly reducing the amount of damage you are taking per attack, and with that, by greatly reducing the amount that you are taking, well, heals are just that much more effective on that Blade Master. So perhaps that Blade Master will just be there acting as a bit of a pincushion, trying to absorb damage, and even a level 1 healing wave when it is getting healed or healing up a 15 armor unit, nearly 16 armor unit, well, that is a big deal indeed. All right, Magnetar Reaver trying to, well, figure out which way to walk around, constantly just walking around in circles and not really dealing much damage. The Blade Master should be able to get to level 3 off over here, but the Demon Hunter going to be coming back around. Who's going to get that last bit of experience? Blade Master gets to level 3, and here we are. Demon Hunter has Devotion Aura, both sides fighting Immolation there. There is the Goblin Tinker as that third hero, as expected from FoCuS, as we see a quick ensnare go down on the Beastmaster, who was low on hit points. Demon Hunter trying to chase back the other way. Scroll of Speed, a drastic retreat to get away now, as the Raider threw down an ensnare to, well, stop that pursuit. Level 3, level 2, level 1 Goblin Tinker going up against a level 3, level 2. The Blade Master looking to come back around, perhaps steal that last bit of that experience. Is there a Hawk nearby? Yes, that Blade Master is taking a little bit of damage here, as he is being forced to retreat back. Not a Hawk, but Fairy Fire, also reducing the amount of armor that Blade Master has. All right, selling a Ring of Protection +4 for a bit more gold. Picked up a Scroll of Healing and a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Shadow Hunter off to the top, or, well, this 3 o'clock position to get to level 3 now. Does have Legion of Doomhorn, so will be able to walk a little bit faster, even if he doesn't go for tier 3 and a Tauren Chieftain with that Endurance Aura. A very common play for the Blade Master to do a bit of solo work, trying to harass the Night Elf, while the Shadow Hunter tries to get a bit more experience. The Shadow Hunter, one of those heroes that benefits from even numbered level ups quite as much, as having level 2 Healing Wave and level 2 Serpent Wards is a big deal. Not that saying level 2 Stormbolt and level 2 Thunderclap, not the same. It just feels like, well, I'm not going to try to explain that right now. Blade Master going back across here. Demon Hunter once again using that immolation, and this is level 2 immolation, folks. Level 2 immolation to try and rack up and damage and still effectively clear out these creep camps. Belt of Giant Strength stolen by the Blade Master, and now could be in a little bit of trouble as as he may be forced to use a potion of invulnerability to try and break free. However, he's not going to be able to win walk out. So there's that potion of invulnerability, but he still needs to find a way to dice his way out of this sticky scenario, and he has not been able to do that. Hitman going to be losing this. Blade Master, no, able to double back around the other way, but there is a Wand of the Wind being used again. All of this still buying time as we're looking at the Raiders trying to knock down the Tree of Eternity. Tree of Eternity is getting, well, pressured quite a bit. Scroll of Town Portal backing out the other way. Wand of Wind picking up the Raiders. And, well, hit and run tactics are very, very harass or just cause a lot of problems as the Raiders do have pillage, remember. So since they were attacking the building, they were still getting gold, and Hitman wins out in the gold trade there, finding an Ancient of War as well. That's going to be returning back quite a bit of gold again as the Blade Master gets resurrected at the tavern. I like orc play with pillage. I see Shadowhunter more lately against dots. Used to be always Tauren Chieftain. Yeah, it used to always be Tauren Chieftain for that shockwave. And, well, dots also fell a lot out of favor ever since since there was a patch that reduced the amount of damage that I think dots did. So with that, it wasn't always a foregone conclusion that you needed that Tauren Chieftain for that shockwave in that back line. With that said, though, thank you for the follow. Serpent Wards are good at taking down those Druids of the Talon, as the Raiders themselves do have medium armor. Scroll of Healing keeping that one Raider alive, and as mentioned, being able to, well, absorb a bit more of that magic damage. Meanwhile, that Pocket Factory getting cleaned up here. Both sides fighting their way through. 49 supply compared to 50, but there are a lot of units being trained here, and it's just maybe, well, one shockwave could really make a big difference along all of these, well, tightly packed low hit point units. Serpent Wards continuing to poke back around every which way. Are we going to see one Druid of the Talon getting finished off? It looks as though, oh wow, come on, Blade Master just finished off one. There you are, Blade Master now looking to retreat back. He does have Orb of Venom damage over time, as this Druid of the Talon could get finished off as well. Raider looking to try to ensnare down another unit, and it's one of those situations where, well, if you are retreating in a real-time strategy game, that means you are taking more damage than your opponent, as we see another Druid of the Talon getting finished off here. Nope, not getting finished off. Serpent Ward may be able to finish it off. No, not going to be able to do it. Blade Master tries to finish off with a Scroll of Healing right there as well. Both sides still fighting their way through. 49 supply compared to 45 here. Both sides engaging. Blade Master could have a little bit of troubles. No, picks up a Scroll of Healing, and then now perhaps going to try and pick off some of these additional units. Blade Master currently revealed because of that Hawk now. Going to try and engage with Pocket Factory. Going to get taken down. Demon Hunter with Immolation. Scroll of Healing trying to keep alive as multiple heals coming across those Raiders as well. Both sides, Spirit Walkers trying to engage here. Blade Master trying to finish off all of those Druids of the Talon, as Raiders are multiply low on hit points and now need to retreat back as well. Spirit Walkers going up against Druids of the Talon, not a strong fight, as the Spirit Walkers, well, do not want to go into their ethereal form, and the Druids of the Talon, with their superior numbers, are able to focus down and deal quite a bit of damage as well. Demon Hunter could try and mana burn here, and suddenly we see Hitman with a bunch of low hit point units that aren't really able to engage, and, well, FoCuS is not allowing Hitman to breathe. All right, with all of these units trying to re-heal up, Beastmaster could get taken down. Yes, now level 4 on the Shadowhunter. Healing Wave, level 2, bouncing around here as the Beastmaster falls at level 3, perhaps trying to keep these units alive as well. Demon Hunter, well, taking quite a bit of damage, still getting poked apart here. Is it going to get finished off? Scroll of Town Portal now used in time, as both sides still fighting as well. No lightning shield to try and deliver some traveling damage onto all of these units. All right, units all traveled back here. We are getting Nature's Blessing. There's still plenty of mining going on in the main base here. 46 supply compared to 42, but Hitman was doing a really strong job keeping all of these units alive. Low hit point Raiders constantly retreating back, and now you see Healing Salve being used effectively to keep all of these units, well, to try and top back off all of these units again. All right, it looks as though no more healing salves available, and that was a big problem for Orc players back in the Reign of Chaos days. How do you heal up your Orc units since, well, it didn't quite make sense to try and get Witch Doctors every single game. Introduction of the Shadow Hunter and well, definitely helped out on at least in the hero capacity to try and heal up some units. Blade Master, double scrolls of healing. We see Magnetar Reaver being dropped all the way back down. We're probably going to see some ensnares here to try and keep the unit in place. And as it is stuck in place here, well, level 4 may be given to the Blade Master. Shadow Hunter already sitting at level 4. Meanwhile, off to the north here, we can see, well, FoCuS is... Come on, finish it off. One more, two. Oh my gosh. All right, so that Magnetar Reaver only needs one more bit of damage to get finished off. There it goes, Endurance Aura now, as the Shadow Hunter could pick it up and now has faster movement speed as well. Meanwhile, Druids of the Talon coming across here. That Hawk was able to give sight and perhaps try to finish things here as the Blade Master gets mana burned as well. All right, Druids of the Town trying to focus down some of these units. A bunch of ensnares going down, but the Druids of the Town don't seem to care right now that they're not moving. Instead, just engaging and attacking back as well. 49 supply compared to 49. Beautiful play by FoCuS, using that bit of information to creep Jack at just the right time and punish his opponent. And as we see a couple more ensnares go down again. All right, Raiders still trying to bring in damage from the rear here, perhaps try to take down some of these Druids of the Talon, as we see a little bit of home field advantage and being closer to that Voodoo Lounge to be able to pick up more mana pots as well. There's that mana pot, as I mentioned. It's going to go and Healing Wave bounce around as well. 47 supply compared to 49, as the Blade Master will continuing to fight as well, hoping to get his feet or keep his feet on the ground. Shadow Hunt or Spirit Walker is now low on mana. Shadow Hunter now low on mana as well, as that mana pot cooldown is still a little bit to be worrisome. FoCuS able to slice down one of the Spirit Walkers, a second one going to get taken down as well, and a third one through Immolation going to burn through. 40 supply compared to 51, even with home field advantage. Hitman and those quicker reinforcements having a bit of problem. Potion of Invulnerability used by the Beastmaster just in time, as the Hawk now has the Thunderhawk ability. Shadow Hunter quickly using Swirl of Town Portal to try and retreat back here. Meanwhile, a bunch of low hit point units also retreating back as well. Shadow Hunter could have a little bit of a tough time here. Shadow Hunter down to 17 hit points, down to 8 hit points, ends up surviving and now needs some healing salves desperately to heal back up a bit further. Blade Master has a potion of mana, both sides just trying to heal back up every which way, and Hitman is in a bit of trouble. Level 4 Demon Hunter, level 4 Beastmaster, and that level 3 Goblin Tinker working very well together to put pressure on his opponent. Meanwhile, Hitman not, well, giving up just quite yet, trying to use this opportunity and time to get higher levels. If he can get to level 3 on that Serpent Ward or Healing Wave, that will really tip things in favor at the start of that next battle. Lona Tuskar Trapper here not going to be enough to give level 4 to the Shadow Hunter, as, well, the majority of the creep camp was already cleared out by FoCuS. Back down to the south side here, that Thunderhawk dealing a little bit of damage. But, oh, look at this. We could have a potential creep or, well, loss in a transit, but no ensnares. One Serpent Ward going to be left behind here to try and poke a little bit of damage. And what is going to end up going down? Blade Master going back the other way, perhaps going to try and pick up some items. And here we are. Here we go. Serpent Wards in position, gonna perhaps finish off one or two Druids of the Talon to start off with, and here we are, a Potion of Invulnerability used early on to prevent any of those, Cyclones from neutralizing that Blade Master early on. Now more disenchants coming across, but those Raiders were all next to each other, and this is just slicing and dicing his way through all of these Druids of the Talon who were naturally separated from the rest. All right, Pocket Rockets, they're just studying down those Raiders temporarily. Demon Hunter with Immolation really not getting in that much damage. He's not amongst a bunch of, non-friendly units, as the Blade Master wants to land back down. Shadow Hunter is already at level 5, low hit point Raider, now looking to retreat back. Blade Master going after the Goblin Tinker here is going to be able to finish it off. Potion of Healing and Potion of Healing, Scroll of Healing, both used there, as the Raiders are trying to find strong targets. A lot of Serpent Wards still poking back this way here. This is 48 to 52 damage against, if they're actually focusing down on these Druids of the Talon would really tear them apart in no time flat, but instead going after the heroes instead. The armor type of the Druids of the Talon means that they're taking a little bit of bonus damage as the Blade Master gets up to level 5. Blade Master could be in trouble here. Is he going to end up falling? No. Spirit Walkers getting picked up here, and they'll end up waiting for that to land in order to finish him off. All right. Oh, I was like, what happened? Spirit Walker quickly went into the ethereal form, saying, at least the heroes can't hit me. But the swarm of Druids of the Talon able to finish it off there. All right, there is still one Forest Troll Berserker there, a little bit of a creep camp. You can see one Archer has been hiding out here. We see dual level 5 heroes by Hitman, and that is a big deal. Level 3 Critical Strike, level 3 Serpent Wards, making a very big difference here. Shadow Hunter with some very powerful items, faster movement speed, allowing those raiders to do a bit more hit and run tactics than I would have thought of without the Tauren Chieftain. As we're looking at engagements now coming across here. All right, are we going to see some ensnares? Moonwells are pretty much all empty. This could be the perfect opportunity to fight, but the Druids of the Talon are, well, fairly high on mana. With that high mana, obviously they'll be able to shut down early on against some of these units, as the Spirit Walkers need a bit more mana to try and get in some disenchants too. 48 supply compared to 49. Army sizes are pretty much neck and neck, as, well, this one Quill Beast is going to end up getting taken down pretty quickly. Blade Master going after the Shaman here, 184 critical strike, as the Blade Master didn't really find that many powerful items. Overall, 184 critical strike off of level 3 critical strike means only +2 damage overall. We don't see any Kodo Beast. We don't see anything else here, as the Archer is, well, trying to pelt down this Great Hall, dealing a decent amount of damage there. Blade Master does have to be careful. Doesn't want to accidentally be spotted by this Thunderhawk here, as the Blade Master is still wandering around there. Mana Bird, a Demon Hunter, able to force that Blade Master to retreat, as it doesn't want to, well, break Windwalk and then end up getting surrounded. Selling a Ring of Protection +3, picking up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Meanwhile, FoCuS has gone into low upkeep, 53 supply over 70, as, well, he's not doing any mining right now. Tree of Eternity going to go ahead and root here in just a moment. Meanwhile, this Great Hall is still not done for some time, as we're looking at, well, trying to harvest up a bit more lumber before gold saturation gets underway. Meanwhile, Serpent Wards are continuing to poke here. All right, there is the Blade Master now, and now Fairy Dragons added in to try and deal with these, well, Spirit Walkers, or perhaps mainly that Shadow Hunter. Goblin Tinker gets up to level 4. We're looking at a bunch of, well, illusion units here trying to fight back every which way. Both sides still poking. The Serpent Wards are doing a great job of poking here. Are we going to see perhaps a couple of ensnares go down, as those goblin or those little Goblin Tinkers Pocket Factory units are getting cleaned up as well? There goes a disenchant, the Mana Flare, while reflecting back or flaring up some damage across all of these casters here, as the Demon Hunter now gets up to level 5. Mana Burn coming across here. Immolation is going to be the level 2 variety, as the Raiders are trying to surround it. Level 3 Immolation perhaps could have been the better call here, as mana seems to be a problem for all of these Orc units. Meanwhile, Blade Master getting picked up once again. Scroll of Town Portal used here. Going to go ahead and teleport back to the Tree of Eternity. Both sides fighting every which way. They're going to go ahead and teleport it back. Perhaps more Serpent Wards can be placed down, but the Shadow Hunter is low on mana again. Blade Master still up in the air here, trying to finish off some units. Druids of the Talon being able to fire comfortably from behind the trees. And with that, this relatively, well, low hit point Glass Army, if that Glass Army is able to attack safely, able to, well, dish out that damage and force a retreat. Raider did not hit and run. No, Raiders have stopped that hit and run strategy. But then again, hit and run strategies are often very difficult to execute if your opponent has those, has Cyclone. By being able to Cyclone 2 or 3 units, suddenly your hit and run strategy doesn't translate very well into additional, well, into effective trades if you lose too many of those Raiders. Hit and run means that you do not want to be losing the units you are hitting with, and all of these Raiders are currently low on hit points. Without a Fountain of Health or Witch Doctor Healing Ward, well, trying to heal up all of these raiders is an expensive and time-consuming proposition, especially with only one Voodoo Lounge. I'm assuming that the remainder, the remaining units just can't get healed up because there isn't enough inventory on these healing salves. All right, Blade Master waiting, hoping to find the Demon Hunter here. Meanwhile, a lone Quill Beast trying to deal with that there as the units are going to be retreating back. All right, in comes a Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter with that dire Quill Beast. There's a little bit of frenzy on that beast there for that faster attack speed. Level 2 or level 3 Quill Beast just around the corner. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter with Immolation in that frontline spot. And ensnares going down, perhaps trying to deal with these Druids of the Talon. Look how much mana is on these Druids of the Talon. And with that, the Shadow Hunter just may not have enough mana to try and keep up with all of this. Raiders are going to get taken down. Demon Hunter could get taken down there. Demon Hunter currently invulnerable, able to stick around in this fight. There's a big stun there as the Demon Hunter picks up a potion of healing. Goblin Tinker falls at level 4 though. But the Demon Hunter does stay alive. Serpent Ward still poking around every which way. Are we going to see? Yeah, you can see those Druids of the Talon, just how much damage they take from that Serpent Ward as the Demon Hunter now tries to dive on in, taking down some of these peons who are mining. Blade Master looking to perhaps try and fight after one of these Druids of the Talon, does able to do it. Perhaps going to engage again as we are looking at the Quill Beast still poking apart all of these peons here. Blade Master, no healing salve on that. Blade Master still taking quite a bit of damage. Going to go ahead and try and engage. There's a Cyclone as the Demon Hunter now low on hit points. Is he going to be able to survive? Demon Hunter has a potion of lesser invulnerability. Is he going to use it? Yes, he uses it in times. Blade Master uses his in time as well. Both sides fighting every which way. Raiders are falling. 30 supply compared to 40. They come down to heroes, and who is going to end up falling here? Shadow Hunter sitting at level 5. More peons are mining. Shadow Hunter, no way to easily finish off that Druid of the Talon as the Blade Master coming back over the side again. Blade Master is going to try and buy any additional items here. No, not enough gold, as they're simply just trying to run and catch up. All right, little bit of damage. I believe a Clarity Potion was on that Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter now down to 210 mana. Are we going to see a little bit of damage? 1 or 2 pokes. You can see how much damage that one poke did. Blade Master could get up to level 6. No, doesn't get the final shot off there, as the Shadow Hunter does get to level 6 now. All right, are we going to be looking at level 3 healing wave? Yeah, definitely, as Big Bad Voodoo not very useful when you're going up against an army of Druids of the Talon. No way to really sustain that channeled ability. Voodoo Lounge being placed down here, trying to, well, stay stocked up. Perhaps a watchtower here as well would be useful, or an Orc Burrow, something to try and keep all of this alive here. Dual Serpent Wards and Thunderhawk now making its way over. There goes a quick ensnare, and in comes a little bit of damage. Thunderhawk could be going after these units. Meanwhile, big fight, Druids of the Town going after the Great Hall. That's not an effective use of that magic damage, as the Goblin Tinker is now back out here onto the battlefield. Quill Beast going to get finished off here. Serpent Ward continuing to poke back every which way. Demon Hunter getting off a 150-point mana burn against a target here, as the Shadow Hunter still needs to figure out how to get more potions of mana to keep this army of Serpent Wards going. Serpent Wards need to go after the Druids of the Town, but trying to micro all of these Serpent Wards is rather difficult, as the Shadow Hunter uses a potion of mana and then gets a healing wave off. All the Serpent Wards have been cleaned up here. Shadow Hunter trying to hold on 370 mana, perhaps going to try and head over to the Voodoo Lounge, pick up a useful item or two. Is going to be able to buy anything from the shop there. Yes, able to buy some items from the shop as both sides are fighting their way through. Blade Master sitting at level 6, continuing to go after all of these targets. 29 supply compared to 49. Shadow Hunter has used a little bit of that mana and then continuing to just try and drop down units. Healing wave now bouncing around. Could use a Clarity Potion as well, as the Serpent Wards are starting to poke down more and more of these units. Blade Master continuing to fight. Another 184 critical strike. Not that much damage, as the Demon are trying to retreat back here again. All right, a little bit more damage. Thunderhawk able to finish off that Spirit Walker in that ethereal form, as in comes a Quill Beast finishing off another Raider. 20 supply compared to 47, as the FoCuS still staying strong here. Shadow Hunter trying to, well, do everything it can to just dance around in the backside, keeping alive, as it looks like the Shadow Hunter is dancing. Well, once more, Raider trying to get into position, trying to perhaps finish off that Raging Quill Beast. Blade Master continuing to engage, as the Spirit Walkers, well, end up falling. Druids of the Talon able to just hide by all of these peons now, forcing the engagement for Hitman, and it doesn't look like Hitman will be able to protect his economy or win this game at this point. FoCuS, I believe, has reached the tipping point, and Hitman realizes it. 14 supply compared to 53, the final bit there. Hitman not giving up until the writing was definitely on the wall. Great game between these two players, going back and forth. Almost a classic game with the Demon Hunter opening up, but instead of mana burn and evasion, it was immolation and mana burn. FoCuS able to use that Demon Hunter to quickly clear out creep camps early on, and then from there move on as well. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.